to a big, big fucking debut. Kyla Harrison makes her UFC debut. Her photo is not here, but Kyla Harrison is a big, big lady. Do you want me to pick that up? Like, do you want to see her? I mean, I'm sure you have seen her.
Yeah, yeah, bro.
I don't know why they don't
Show
have
her
her photo
pictures.
up.
I
I don't know
mean,
why they don't
UFC
have.
media is not working.
Yeah, like Kyla Harrison is a big name.
Well, yeah. After this fight, for sure, she's gonna get. So I'll tell you one story. I don't know if you heard about it. So there was a press conference for UFC 300 recently, where Arman Tsarukyan, Kyla Harris, and some other fighters on UFC 300 were there. So
Right.
have you seen that? Have you heard of that? There was basically a Russian uh, fan who asked a
Mm.
question from Arman. So in Russian, and that's why
Right.
Kyle Harrison didn't understand what he was asking. So that
Mm.
guy apparently the guy who asked the question, he's like a prank personality on internet, like in
Mm.
Russian internet.
Mm.
So he asked
Mm.
him if he would, you know, uh, have how do you call it? Basically have sex with Kyla Harris like few times. Yeah,
He
like
had
so
it.
in Russia. No, in no, there was a question like, oh, are you
Oh,
gonna
okay.
have yeah, sex with Kyla Harris few times like uh, basically in Russian term it would be like, oh, would you like throw like few loads on her.
Oh shit. Okay.
That was a question, and everyone was laughing, and then he's like, "Yeah, of course." The
Yeah.
Arman Sarikan, he was like, "Oh yeah, of course." And then and after that, there was some backlash he received Arman Sarikan because it's kind. I mean, first of all, he's married guy. Okay, he's married.
Mm.
Plus, he's
Mm.
coming from Armenia, so he's Arman Sarikan from Armenia, and
Mm.
it's very like conservative, so, country like conservative. So and then Kyla Harris also, got a little bit offended because people are talking about like feminizing her, like and objectifying her, and so that's why. Yeah, I
Yeah, it
thought it
was a
was very
hilarious
hilarious.
incident. Very
Have you
hilarious
heard
incident.
about
I
it?
did see it. I did see it, and I did not know if they were talking about Kyla Harrison, but I knew there was a lady next to him, and they asked it. And I also saw that Arman was a little bit hesitant to answer that. And when he answered it, you can just see it on his face. He's just answering for fun's sake. He did not mean it at all. I mean, Kyla Harrison is not a uh she's a fighter. Like she's not one of those 10 out of 10 beautiful women that Arman would be like, yeah, absolutely, I would bang her. It wasn't like that. He was like, would you do that? And he was like, yeah, I would. That's it. That's all it was. He had a small smirk on his face. So people are just making it
Yeah,
up. I think he's fine, man. He's a handsome dude. So of course. I mean, you should ask that question to Kyla Harrison that would she go with Arman or not? Because I'm sure she would say yes.
I mean, yeah, 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 yeah. Arman is a handsome guy, so
He's a handsome guy. So, Holly Holmes, man, former bantamweight champion, former contender of featherweight champion, women's featherweight champion, versus Kyla Harrison, who is also a judo black belt, and she's an Olympian, judo Olympian, right?
yes.
Gold medal, I bet, I guess.
Man, I don't really know, man. I don't follow a lot of stuff outside of UFC,
The reason
but
why I do know about her is because her fight versus Ronda Rousey was in talks. Then her fight versus Amanda Nunes was in talk, but Amanda basically retired. If Kyla Harrison wins this fight, which I believe she will, I think she is going to submit um, Holly Holm. If she does that, she goes on to win that bantamweight championship for women's division. I think Amanda Nunes comes back.
that's a big fight, man. That's what I was thinking
That's a
too.
big
You
fight.
just read my, you just read my mind, man. Uh, I have all of my chips on Kamala Harris,
Kyla Harrison.
and
Kamala
yeah,
Harris?
you see, I don't
Who is
even
Kamala Harris? Kamala Harris.
Kyla, Kyla Harris.
From now on, we'll talk. We'll
You
call
know,
her Kamala Harris. Harrison.
man, I feel such an amateur. But
No,
I
it's all
mean,
good.
it's her first fight in the UFC, so that's why. She's
Well,
gonna
let's.
be a name in UFC for sure. Uh,
She's
I
already
don't
a
know, man.
name
Holy,
with all that
Holy
contract
Home,
signing and hype.
exactly. I mean, Holy Home. I don't know. That's not a good matchup, man. This is not gonna be a competitive matchup.
What if?
Unless Holy Home, unless Ronda Rousey is him. Ronda Ronda Rousey
Exactly.
is
What if? What if she knocks out Kyle Harrison? Damn, everything
high
goes
kick.
down. But head kick like she did to Ronda Rousey. But again, I'm gonna go with Kamala Harrison. Kamala Harrison. That's what we're gonna go with,
Kyla
both of us.
Harrison, bro.
No, Kamala Harrison from now on.
Okay,
But
okay.
hey.